key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck mather, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. 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 Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck mather, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. What it do, fam? Hello, everyone. I can't wait till welcome. I was just kind of contemplating. I want like this space that I have, like it's there's no reason this space can't be multifunctional, right? It can be my office for like work and stuff. I'm in this office, I'm in this freaking room too much, if I'm being honest. I hate being in this room so much, but anyways, it can definitely be like multifunctional between like my work stuff and then also my to my work and my play, I guess. But like sometimes I think, man, I just want this other space, and there's this space that's like right underneath our it's basically a closet right now, right? And it's underneath the stairs that lead to the basement, right? So it's like I don't even know how it's like a flight of stairs, right? So it's like go down like 3 steps, and then there's like a landing, and then there's a step to the other landing, which is in the basement, which, you know, there's a door, right? And then you go through that door, and then you get to the second landing, which is, I guess, officially in the basement. And then you go down a couple stairs, like 5 or 6 stairs or something like that. And then you're in the basement. So that, you know, that flight of stairs, you know how there's a space. So there's a door there, and it's a closet, and it's like it's finished. There's lighting and stuff like that. I would say it's like 75% finished, because our like sump pump is right there too, which has never been used, at least that I know of. But I'm sure it's better to have it than not needed it than needed and not have it. But anyways, yeah, there's like it's pretty much finished again, and it's mostly because like we need to have access to that sump pump. There's just like a little bit of the wall that was not put up whenever whoever did that, when they finished that closet in particular. And again, it's like purposefully done because there's this space that needs to be accessible. But I'm thinking, and I'll talk to my wife about this, and it might not happen this year because there's just so much going on this year as far as like costs and stuff like that. But I want to turn that space into like a little, like kind of like a trophy room. That's probably not the best phrase for it, but just a little room, because right now all like my collectibles and stuff like that are, I mean, there's these here, right? And this case is for they're gonna be for the best of my graded cards, right? There's some other things in there that I want to keep, right? Like I have this I don't even know what the hell this thing's called. It's a Pokemon box, one of the Mega Charizard big ass boxes that I bought from, let me see, the Ultra Premium Collection. Yeah. So it's like a big box bought from like Target or something like that at one point. Then something I'm super proud of, and I say proud of, like I did something, which I didn't do anything, but I got a couple of the World's Finals editions. I don't know what they're called. They're like these boxes, but this is like before, or this was like right after. I'm trying to think. This was before Riftbound even released. No, this came out after, because it's in China first, and so we bought these before like the first set even came out here in the United States. Because the United States, it didn't come out until like August or whatever, or excuse me, it didn't come out until October. We had to buy these like, it was either like right before or right after that or whatever, and they came out in December, or they were sent out in December or something like that. But anyways, they're awesome. I haven't opened them, but I've seen like videos of them being open, so I know what's in them. But I was able to buy 2 of them, which I'm super pumped about, because you were maxed out at 2, and I think they were like 100 a piece, something like that. And so that one's just kind of chilling there in the case. I have the other one in that little space that I was talking about, just because, you know, it's in there. And they came in like this cardboard enclosure. But I opened this one, the cardboard enclosure on this one, because I wanted to like display this, right? That's what I wanted to display. The other one is actually still sealed in that cardboard, which is pretty dope. Yeah, and then here's all my this is my sad shelf right here. This is the sad shelf. All the 9.5s and shit. Stuff that most of it I'm trying to sell. There's a couple of things in there that I'm holding off on anyways. Even if I'm not trying to sell them, either gonna potentially you know, just wait for time to pass, see if the value on some of those things go up. Then there's some I kind of determining whether or not I want to send them into PSA to have them regraded, and that's, you know, I have months to think about that, because I'm not sending anything in until they open up their that lower level, again, that value level, which again they said hopefully will be in 4 months, but they're not putting any sort of like due date on it. or making anything official, giving any official dates, because things could change. People could still be sending in a shit ton of of orders or whatever. But God, to hear that they have 10 million and they typically like to sit at 5 million, even sitting at 5 million, like it's just like is mind blowing to me. So this might be a good thing for a lot of other like grading companies, because it's going to give them, you know, an opportunity, because people are going to want to get their shit graded and they're not going to want to pay fucking $80. Now, some people, probably a lot of people, will be paying $80 to have especially like really, really good cards graded. But just kind of like the everyday so-and-sos, they're not going to want to have their, and I'm included in that everyday so-and-so, so I'm not talking shit on anybody, but they're not going to want to pay $80. I don't want to pay $80 to have a card graded. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like this crazy massive hit. You know what I'm saying? Like potentially, if I would have gotten one of those serialized Yamatos, obviously I'm not that good, whatever. If I would have gotten something like that, that's the level of card that I'd probably send in to get graded for $80, because the card's going for like $4,000 right now, right? So if you see what I'm trying to say, like those very, very special cards, but not the cards that I send in. So anyways, long story short, this is my sad shelf. There's probably less than 10 cards that fit into that category where I'm not selling, or I'm gonna either send off to get regraded, you know, in 4 or 5 months or whenever, or just kind of, I think some of them just may be where they are as far as grading is concerned, and they may just you know, they may just sit there at that level. I think there's still some really good cards. They have lower grades on them, like 8.5 and shit like that. But I think they're still really good, but they may be some of the cards that like will increase in value like over time, right? So they're like these special event cards, things like that. They have lower grades, but whatever. Yeah. So actually, something exciting happened today. I think is exciting. Because I've had like about 20, because I'm experimenting again right now. I'm under a year into this quote unquote business, like selling the cards and things like that. And the grading cards. So I'm kind of catching my stride, and even, you know, I've talked about this quite a bit, but I'm even kind of experimenting and figuring out. But I think I'm really catching my stride when it comes to selling the just like the raw cards. Like I think I'm doing a really good job, and I'm being a little bit more active, trying to like take advantage of like the spikes in the market on cards, and I've done a really good job this past week. I'd be willing to bet, and we're 7 days into this month. I'm gonna be taking a week off because I have to be out of town, but I'd be willing to bet this month is my most productive month. And I'm almost there already. You know what I'm saying? Not almost there, but I'm on pace for this to be the most I say productive month, but the most make the most money. I can't think of the term that I'm thinking for, but I'm on track for this month to be the most profitable month. There we go. Which is great, because I want to, you know, be profitable so I can, because all this stuff, like, again, I say this all the time, but like this is really cyclical, where it's like, okay, I want to sell the cards to be able to buy the cards, right? And I want to buy the cards to be able to sell the cards, and then so on. And obviously, you know, I get the hits and things like that, but all the bulk and stuff like that, we sell that so we can buy the cards to sell the cards, and it kind of goes in that order. But anyway, so the thing that happened today was that I got a message at like, I didn't see the message until like this morning when I woke up. Somebody sent me a message last night, and because I have like 25 cards posted, most of them are just, they have a buy it now option on there, and then there's like 5 or 6 of them that had that are in auction. Again, just doing some experimenting, trying to figure out, you know, where they stand and things like that. And they had they're just sitting there. They've been sitting there for like 45 days at this point, most of them, right? And it's just, they've been sitting there for a while. No one's, there's, some of them have like quite a few views. Like I saw a number earlier today where I've generated like over 200 views or something like that on my, on the different cards that I have in the past like 30 days or something. The cards just weren't selling. And it's because they're 9.5s. That's really genuinely why they're not selling. But anyways, I got a message and someone, just introduced themselves, and they said that they wanted to make a deal, and they wanted to buy like a group of the cards that I had posted. And I say group, they wanted to buy 5 of the cards that I had posted. And but he wanted to buy them at like 85%, and then I ship it out free, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just trying to get rid of these cards. I'm trying to recoup some of the cost that it took to get these cards graded. Is really kind of what I'm aiming for right now. Like, obviously I want a little bit more, and that's what, I was able to retrieve from this value. So anything that would, let's just say it was $18 per card, right? We'll make it 20 just because it's easier numbers. But $20 per card to have it graded. I sold 5 cards. That's $100. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say that if I sell 5 cards, so I sold 5 cards, and sold it for like $190. And then including shipping ended up being $10 because you can buy shipping from, you can buy discounted shipping, which is super nice because it is a fairly good discount. But you can buy the shipping through eBay, and it was like less than $10, but we'll call it $10. It was like $9.50 or something like that. So we'll call it $10. So sold all the cards for $190. So we'll call it $180 is what I made in profit. So $100 essentially is making up for less than that, but again, for ease of these numbers, so $100 is recouped for the submissions of those cards, and then $80 is like profit. In my mind though, I'm like, okay, this $80 is going towards 4 other cards that I sent off to get graded. But it's a little easier to think about it when a card gets sold. If it sells for more than $20, then anything over that $20, really it's like 18. But anything sold over that is the profit. And I shipped it out today. Well, it's stuck in my mailbox, so it's in my mailbox. It's ready to be shipped out. But yeah, I was actually super happy about that because they got rid of 5 cards, 5 of these cards, which I'm just really wanting to get rid of. And like I said, I'm mostly just trying to recoup some money to go towards paying off this credit card that I have. And I still have like a ton of like, balance left on the credit card. Well, balance, yes, but the spending, I have plenty of spending on it, but I also have plenty of balance on it too. So I'm trying to, trying to balance that. And the more that I can sell, the more that I can knock out the balance, which is the more that I can buy and blah, blah, blah. You know what's actually crazy, and I was just thinking about this today. It's that once I get my cards back from, or I guess a better way to say this is, I probably have just as many cards with PSA right now as I sent in total to Beckett over the 10 plus orders that I did with Beckett, right? Because the orders for Beckett, there were some big orders. There were like 30, 20, there were some 10s, there was a couple 20s, but I think I would say like maybe 100. I don't think it's 100 cards that I had sent to Beckett. I think it's under 100. I'm trying to think, my 30, 70, 90. We'll call it 100. I have like, and that's including cards that are still with Beckett right now that I haven't gotten back just yet. So I would say like 100, maybe. I don't know. 100 is probably a fairly decent guess. Um, but anyways, so I have just about that much with PSA right now. So in 4 months or whenever I get my cards back, I'll probably have these cards. I would assume I would be able to sell some of these cards by then too. So this number will go down, but I'm going into this whole rant because going to Beckett for everything for like the bulk was a mistake, and it's fine because we live and we learn and we figure out again, like, I'm all about experimenting. I just didn't realize how few tens we would be getting, we would be seeing. Like, it is such a low percentage of the cards that it just isn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? It isn't worth it to send all those cards into Beckett, is the long and the short of it. So from now on, PSA it is for, and again, it's not going to be for months until I see some cards being sent into PSA. But for now, Beckett they're just going to get like the very special ones. Again, you know, the SPs and up probably. I'm probably not even going to send in like the treasure rares because I have some treasure rares that I'm sitting on, like some Sanji. I'm sitting on that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait till I can send that off to PSA. And I did send a Sanji off to PSA already too, so I have a couple of those because I was buying them when they were like under $30, or under 40. They were like in the 30ish range. So yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna be getting a shit ton of PSAs back, and hopefully I get a good amount of tens. I genuinely think it's gonna be you know, a higher percentage, because it was, you know, 20% of the cards would be tens for PSA, or when I sent them to Beckett, 20%, and I think it'll be reverse. I think 80% of the cards that I get back will probably be tens with PSA, and that's just from my prior experience that I've had with them. I think that I've only gotten one back that was less than a 10 so far, and that was the one card that I really wanted to be a fucking 10, the Gum Gum Giant alternate art. That one hit a 9, but all the other cards that I've ever sent them have been 10s. And again, I'm gonna get 9s, I'm gonna get 8s, I'm gonna get some of those. But if the vast majority of them are 10s, then the value of the cards being 10s, like, there's some cards that I'm trying to sell. There's some Namis or some Boas, for example. There's a Boa. I'm selling a 9.5 Boa for $50. $50 on eBay, a 9.5. There's PSA 10 Boas going for $115, $120. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even sell this one for $50. And if it was a PSA 10, I'd be able to sell it for over 100. You know what I'm saying? So once these cards start to come back, I think that'll definitely be like a major shift, and I'll be able to, like, you know, start making more money actually selling the graded cards. And again, that will make things easier for the cycle to kind of complete, because again, right now it's hard to sell these cards for whatever reason. But I've done enough talking. Well, I'm gonna keep talking. Y'all know how I am. I keep the yapping going. But I wanted to try and get some. Well, first off, I want to open some packs mainly, but I also want to, you know, chat with you guys because I will be going to Mexico here in a couple of days. So gonna have a good time. Excited to be down there and enjoy some time away. I'll miss you guys, of course, but not enough to stream while I'm down there. Unless they got some One Piece cards on the resort, you know what I'm saying? If I can find some of these bad boys, and now that I'm talking about it, I'm gonna be looking to see what I can see. How many pesos for a box? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and switch over. All right. So, brand new box. I don't know where I got this box from. I mixed them all up. So I was talking with the main guy at the main shop that I go to. It's called Level One. I was talking to him, and he may not be the main guy. He feels like he's the main guy, like when I'm in there and whatever. But so I was talking to this main guy, and he was telling me that they're really hoping that this next set, OP-17, they're able to get a much larger allocation, because they've been trying to get like larger allocations over the past few sets or whatever. And they said they ordered like 300 boxes of which I'm like, y'all haven't been ordering 300 boxes? Like, motherfuckers, why aren't y'all ordering 300 boxes already? You know what I'm saying? And I know it has a lot to do with like Bandai and the allocations that certain shops are allowed and blah blah blah. But he said, like, you know, if that really hits, if they're able to get those 300 boxes, then there's probably not going to be a limit on the amount of boxes, because now you can only get one box from them, which is so trifling, man. Which I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, how many boxes, if 300 is all it takes, and I'm being, you know, kind of crazy here, but if 300 boxes is all it takes for you guys to be able to like allow unlimited number of boxes, how many freaking boxes are you getting right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of thinking that it's just like, right, let's say, I feel like it's very hard to believe that like only 50 people are trying to get boxes from them. You know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm like, it's got to be at least like 100. You know what I'm saying? Like 100 people are trying to get boxes from them. And like, again, these numbers could be absolutely wrong. I'm just kind of going off of like the field and things like that. Like, let's say 100 people are trying to get boxes, right? So you're saying there's no limit. So shit, if one person wants to get 10 boxes, I don't really know. But they have the numbers. And plus they have to keep boxes for like prizing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and shit, they have to go through like a couple of boxes per prize for tournament. You know what I'm saying? So, it's very surprising that 300 is the number, right? I would think like maybe 500 boxes would be the number where you'd be like, oh yeah, I can give out. But again, I don't have their numbers. I don't know what they sells. It's just kind of crazy to me that. It's kind of crazy to me. A lot of stuff's crazy to me. A lot of it. All right. Did another tournament today. Got my ass kicked like always. The first guy I played was like, yeah, I won. And he seemed super cool. He was a super nice guy or whatever. He was not trying to flex on me at all. Maybe he was. I don't think he was. Like, he was just very, you know, we're talking about previous tournaments and how we did. He said he did 2 of them yesterday and won both of them. Sold the cards for like $450 total, 450, 500, something like that total. And I'm just like, and then he ended up winning the one today as well. And I was like, dude, what is the fucking secret? What is the secret sauce? Like, what the hell? So he was just sitting there explaining it to me. He wasn't really saying anything like I didn't like know. Like he did have like some like eye-opening, he had some like eye-opening insights or whatever, but it's just crazy. He wins 3 in a row, and I think I've won 1 total out of all the ones that I've done. And there's one more like on Tuesday I think I'm signed up for that I'll be able to go to, and so we'll see what happens there. And I'm not even getting any hits on my not even really getting any hits in my packs either, so that's kind of shitty. I did hit a secret loot, or not a secret Luffy, but I hit the alt Luffy. So I have both alt Luffy. So the first one that I hit was the secret rare alt Luffy. The one that I hit today was the just the rare, the green alt Luffy, which is like, it's whatever. It's going for like 50. I'd rather have the Teach, rather have the Marshall Teacher. That's what I want from this box. Obviously, I want an SP, something like that. All right. Don't really. Let me see. Oh yeah, some of these I know I'm gonna need. Mr. One, Katarina. Okay, I think like most of the uncommons, I'm gonna have to double check to make sure that I have enough of. I think all the commons I'm good on. I think all the commons I can resell. Oh, and a matter of fact, this is what 6 packs look like, right? So these are the packs that I opened in the for the tournament, right? So that's what it looks like, and then you just basically go through all of them. You sort them like, this is great. I think I don't know if I pulled this Teach. I can't remember. I think I may have pulled this Teach, or maybe somebody gave it to me or whatever, because I was talking about Teach, and somebody sitting there may have just like handed it or put it in front of me like while I wasn't paying attention. I don't think that happened, but it may have happened. But when you pull leader packs, it just is, they're essentially like dead cards because you cannot use them. So they're leader packs, Don packs. It just fucking sucks because these are cards that you cannot use. So this is 3 less cards where I could have had something else halfway decent to help with the deck building process. There's just 3 dead cards there essentially. So that's just such a bummer when you pull the leader packs. But oh yeah, and here's some I got these release event cards that I typically don't like to use, but the other one was a Zoro. But yeah, you just kind of go through here, build your, there's a Luffy in here. So there's 2 cards in here that I need to, you know what, I'm gonna leave everything in here except for those 2 that I'm looking for. Here we go. All right, so there's my other pre-release card, and then there's a Luffy in here that I need to pull out too, because he's a promotional Luffy. Bam. And then here's the 2 best cards that I got. Here are the 2 best ones that I got. This Kinemon, which is just straight cheeks, especially in this format. Like, it's not too bad in the actual game, but this Sakazuki is really, really good. But I just pulled him. I played him 1 time, and I think that was the match that I won. But anyways, maybe I lost. Honestly, after I lose the first match, I kind of just like space out. I'm like, whatever, dude. I don't even care. I do not care anymore. Okay, Luffy, you dude. Yeah, those were the cards that I got. That was the first Sakazuki that I pulled. I need a Shiryu. I need some Shiryus. Oh my god. People had some Shiryus at the tournament too, and I'm just like, I was gonna try and like trade them because Shiryu has come down a bit. It's like $5 right now, but I'm just like, oh man, I think it's gonna come down even more. So I might regret it. I might regret not trying to get those Shiryus off the people. Black Hole and Black Vortex. Buggy, Portagasa de Ace, Monkey D. Luffy, and a Kuzan. Yeah, but it's just, ugh. So I was talking with the guy, and he came up with he paid more attention to his deck building, because I have a deck building strategy, and I do halfway fucking decent, but I'm not winning these things, right? And so I'm gonna try and like take more of what he said. And again, he won 3 in a row, right? He won 3 of these tournaments in a row, and I was just like, dude, what are you doing different than me, right? And he was playing. He's not playing as many big buys. Like my deck, or in my head, I'm just strictly focused on big bodies, building like a large 8-cost, like 7 8-cost characters, having as many of them in my deck as possible. And it's like, that's not the way to do it. You need to have, like, he had probably 10 or more, probably more 2-cost characters, because it's just very aggressive. It's a very aggressive deck. And you're by the time your opponent gets to, and this is what happened when I played him, by the time your opponent gets those bigger characters out, you know, they only have one or two big characters and like one or two life, right? And you have 5 characters on board and you're able to just swing, swing, swing. And so you just overrun them. So I'm kind of thinking that's what I want to do. I'm going to try on Tuesday. We'll see what happens. Play, you know, obviously I'm going to have some of the larger characters in there because you just have to have those in there. But for the most part, I'm going to have like a lot of the 2, 3, 4 cost characters to try and like just fill the board up. Buddha Sengoku. Jinbei. This was one. And he was telling me it was really good. You got to battle for the board. That's extremely important. Attacking into your opponent's characters and not just their life all the time, which is something I know that and I do that a lot, but a lot of people just are smarter than me and they just don't swing their characters. And I do. I'm just like, oh, I'm swinging. Damn it. I'm swinging them all the time. The feet. Choppa. Boa. Thatch. Ben Beckman. Oh, we got a Shiryu. Thank you. Shiryu number 2. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Let me see what Shiryu's going for right now. Let me check. This is opposite of what I typically do. What the hell? Okay, I must be missing something. Okay, here we go. Oh, those teachers. The teachers are going down, but they're not going down. It hasn't went down since the last time I looked at it. Oh, I want some Prisoner of Impel Downs. I'm just trying to see what these Shiryus are going for. Let me just hurry up. Yellow Shiryu. Where are you at, Shiryu? $7, so it's went up. Fuck. Ugh. I'll take it though. I'll take a Shiryu. And it sucks you're only gonna get like 1 per box. Wish you can get multiple of the same one, but now that doesn't happen. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to. I can probably get some Shiryus. Those are gonna be relatively easy to get, and then I need to. I need to be able to pull 2, and I got 4 boxes or 3 boxes that I'll have. Hopefully, I can buy some more at some point. But they may all run the fuck out by the time I get back from Mexico. But it'll be worth it. Fuck it. All right, 3 Admirals. Sengoku, really good card in this type of format. Prisoner of Impel Down. Let's go. These cards are like. I'm as excited to get these as I am for like secret rares, right? Because first off, I'm just a money hungry, selfish, bleepity bleep. Not really, but it's nice to have cards that can make you money again when there's this cyclical like kind of cycle going on. But this card, its only effect is under the rules of this game. You may have any number of this card in your deck, and there's 2 leaders that run this card, and they run quite a few of them. I think the green blue Luffy is running 8 of them, and then the Buggy is running like 12 or 16 of them or something, like a mad number, like a crazy insane high number of this card. And so it's just supply and demand. It's still a rare card, but these decks, instead of being capped at only being able to run 4, people are going to need to be able to buy 4 times that amount, like double that amount or 4 times that amount, right? So it's a very high amount of cards that can be ran, and they're going for like $10 a pop. So with this being a rare card, it would be nice to actually get a couple of them, because Yeah, it would be nice to get a couple of them because I'd be able to sell them because I don't need them. And if I can sell a rare card for $10, I'm definitely gonna do that. Now these are still pre-sale prices, so they're definitely bound to go down. So who knows? I mean, maybe, right? That's definitely something that we have to be aware of. Like for the vast majority of the cards, these prices are definitely gonna go down. But there are some that have very high potential, like the Marshall D Teach, the SEC Marshall D Teach. Like those cards are going to like probably stay. Like they may go down a little bit, but they'll probably stay relatively the same. So, all right, we got a Morley, we got a Smoka, Jesus, Monkey D Garp. Yeah, like that dude was playing like much different than how I was thinking to play, and his is obviously better. So I'm like, okay, I need to take these strategies in hand. Oh, Zehaha. I have my play set of these because I'm only running 2, but more the merrier with that card. Monkey D Luffy. So that's the card that I got the alt for earlier today. Oh, Hashiryu was very nice. I got a Shiryu and a Prisoner of Impel Down. Give me some more Prisoners of Impel Downs. If I can get like 4 in this box, I don't know. I typically don't pay attention to the rares or whatever, but so I don't know how many I can get. I know you can get more than 1 of a rare, right? So you can get a duplicate rare in a box, but yeah, it would. I'm hoping that I get quite a few of those Prisoner of Impel Downs. That would be dope. Buggy, oopsie, Inazuma, Mr. Tu. Hell yes! Hell yes! We just pulled the Zehaha! Holy shit! Holy shit! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Oh my god! Let's fucking go! Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is so oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very, very honest. This card right here was the absolute chase from, and this is kind of sad to say. This is kind of sad to say about this set, but this card is the chase of all the cards for me, of all the cards in this set. This event here. Look how beautiful that it is. I was just talking to somebody about this and why I really like the Teach SEC. And it's because like the cards are yellow, right? They're yellow as far as like their color designation. But if you look at this card, it looks black, right? Like it looks like a black card. You know what I'm saying? Like the vast majority of it is black. Now you guys can see like this is what the card like typically looks like this. Like this isn't just like a optical illusion from y'all looking at it on the screen or whatever. Like the card typically looks like this. Like yeah, in the right light or whatever. Yeah, same for you guys. In the right light, you can see all that gold, but when you're typically looking at it, it looks mostly black. But there's like the yellow worked into it. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. So even over like the manga cards. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, if I get a manga, I'll be happy because I haven't ever pulled a manga before. But out of all the alt arts, the treasure rare, which sucks, like out of literally all the cards in this set, this was the number one card that I wanted to get. And that does not happen to me that often. And I'm sure it doesn't happen to most people a lot of times, blah, blah. But the fact that, and I weighed these boxes too. I weighed these boxes and I pulled the lightest box. Because I've been getting really good hits with the lightest of the boxes, right? I don't know if that's really a thing or whatever, but right before I came on stream or whatever, or a few minutes before I came on stream, I weighed the boxes and I pulled the lightest one. So I wish I knew where the fuck I got this box from. I wish I knew. I'm trying to think. It was not the shop that I went to today, because I set that box aside and I weighed that box first. Okay, yeah, so I weighed that box first and it was not the lightest. It was not the lightest. So I didn't get it from there. Then I got two from, so I opened my one that I got from there. And then Friday, I got two boxes from that place on Friday. And then I got one box from the place yesterday. From that other place yesterday. I don't know where that box came from that I put in there. So I don't know where this box came from, but man, I cannot believe I just hit the chase card. You just hit one of these two? Fire. Twinning. Me and Dev's twinning them. Yes, like fire. Just fantastic. Got, like, not even gonna lie, I was just looking, because I was looking at the whatever the Prisoner of Impel Down cards to see what they were, and like the first card that comes up here in TCG Players, the Zehaha, and I was just looking at it, I was like, man, that would be really cool to get that card. And then I even over like the SPs, like there aren't any of these. I hate the way these SPs look. Now, again, if I pull any of them, I'm not going to be sad about it, right? I'm not going to be sad about it. But like the Robin, or excuse me, the Miss All Sunday is like the number one of the SPs, and it's just kind of like they're mid. Like the Kuma, the Ace looks kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie, the Ace looks kind of dope. But like, I'm just like, the Kuma sucks. Like these SPs, the Katakuri doesn't look that good. I'm just like, these are very mid. These SPs are very mid. Now, I know I'm gonna end up pulling some SPs because I always pull some SPs. But out of all the cards, even over the mangas, out of all the cards, I wanted to hit this Zehaha, and I cannot believe I actually hit that. I cannot believe I hit that. Holy shit, dude. If that was well, I don't know where your preference is as far as the secret rares or whatever, but if that was a secret teach, that box would have been insane. That would have definitely been a fucking Blackbeard box for sure. With the Shiryu and the Zehaha. Now you got my hopes up, bro. Now you got my hopes up that I'm still gonna get an alt and the SEC. And then if I get a gold Don on top of that, you need two teachers? Me too. I need two teachers. I still need two Shiryus. I'm pretty sure I have everything else that I need, or everything else will be relatively easy to get. Like I got a lot of stuff. So I'm running two of the teachers because I'm also going to run two of the boas, which I already have the boas. The 9 cost 10,000 power boas from OP-16. That's going to be my like my, what is that, my 4th turn essentially play. Rocinante. Oh, you being sneaky. You're not running them in Teach, I see. Oh no, you're playing them in Nami. Are you playing them in Nami? God, yellow is getting so much man, that's a oh my goodness. I'm so happy. And I like collecting the I really like collecting the events too. Like I have like 5 of them. I think I have like 5 of them graded right now. I have Zoros, I have the Luffy, I have the now I gotta look and see what I got. Let's see. I only have 4. I have the Buggy event, Divine Departure, Dead Man's Game. No, I have another event graded. I think I have another event graded. It was just maybe it was just low. Maybe I do have another event graded, but those 4, yeah, I have those 4. That Zehaha is definitely getting graded. I'm trying to think if I want to send it to Beckett. I want to waste my time sending it to Beckett, but shit, I could send it to Beckett, get it back, and then still be waiting to get something from this is my last pack. This will be my last pack. I'm not gonna open the whole box today. So I need to, spread the wealth over the next few days, and I just got this massive hit. I'm still buzzing from that. Whoo! What a hit. What a hit. They'll hear. Oh, you're gonna play it in Robin. I knew it. I knew you were a blue-yellow Robin player. Or purple-yellow Robin player, I mean. I just knew it. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Miss Olive. Boa Marigold. All right. We got another Boa. That's not bad, man. God, I was telling somebody about this earlier today. It is some cards, I know it, there's nothing real to it or whatever, but some cards just seem to freaking follow you. They just seem to follow you. And that's Boa for me this set. Like, which, there could be shittier cards that follow you. Don't get me wrong. But this is like my 4th or 5th Boa. No, this is my 5th Boa because I pulled the alt Boa, which still counts as this same Boa. I pulled the alt art for this Boa, and this is my 4th of this Boa in the regular version. I've just been pulling them from the pre-release events like crazy. So, do I wish it was Shiryu instead? Yes, I do wish it was Shiryu instead, but it could be the freaking Kinemon, it could be the Yamato, which I don't care about any of those. And really, I don't care about the Boa either. I just care about the Shiryu from this set. But this is a good card. This Boa is a very, very good card. The unblockable Sanji, yeah, dude, it happens like that, and for whatever reason, it's never the card that you really want. Man, I cannot believe I just hit this freaking bomb. This is a freaking bomb, dude. This card looks so amazing. Like, it's a black card, but it's a gold card. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is... They did such an amazing job with this card. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to be staring at this card for a while. Like, he got his liquor in there with him. He got his little pew-pews. My goodness. How amazing. How amazing is this card? Oh my goodness. So pretty, so pretty. We'll look at we're gonna look at TCG Player for a few minutes. for a few minutes. I can be your hero, baby. We'll look at this set real quick. And then we'll look at all the cards. Hello, my friends. Man, this is absolutely the #1 card that I wanted to hit. Definitely hope there's a teach in this box. What's super nice is this is just like an alternate art, so they're still like in your box that you hit, you still can get some good ass shit in the box since this just counts as like an alt, right? So I can probably still pull like an SP or something, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Obviously, whatever I get, I don't give a shit what else is in this box. If I'm being honest, like there's some shit that I do want, which would be nice. God, this Prisoner of Impel Down, that's crazy. I'm definitely selling all the ones that I get of that because it's gonna be like, they're gonna end up being like 20 cents next set. So I'm just gonna sell all of the Prisoner of Impel Downs I get. Maybe I'll keep one because I like to have the collection completed. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, this card is absolutely gonna go down to like 10 cents or something because it's after the hype moves to something else, some other, leader next set, there's 100% chance that this thing is going to be like super cheap to buy, and I'll be able to buy a whole playset of them for like less than $1. So I'm trying to make all the money I can. Now, will they still be $10 once the pre-sale goes away? Who knows? We'll see. Oh man, like there's some cards I like in this set, but they're like, some of these things are just like mid, man. Like these alt leaders, they feel very mid to me. They really do. The SPs, they feel very mid. Now the teach in the Zehaha art, fire. Like this teach is going to be one of those cards that is just really good for a long time. It's going to be like the new Kuma. Like it really is. It's a massive body. It's a searcher. The trigger is crazy. You get to negate the effect of one of your opponent's characters just in general. Then you get to KO a 5-cost or less. You get to set your life from the top 3 cards. Like crazy work, man. Crazy work. Like you can play it in anything, right? Yellow, obviously. But yeah, just super good. Super good. Sakazuki. I pulled this Kinemon today. Oh, this bow is going down. Like, of course it is. Got these two, the lovers. Not really lovers, but she's obsessed with him. But pulled both of these from my first box, the boa and this Luffy. Pulled a ton of these boas. They're going for about $5 right now. Ace 22. Pulled a couple of the aces. Shiryu. Oh, the alt aces. Oh, it's kind of crashing now. I saw it was at 100 earlier today. I know I was looking at that earlier today, and it was 100. It was like 101 or something like that. Goodness. This is so tragic. This is so tragic. The pre-sale prices for this Vista is under $40. It's a treasure rare. What were they thinking? Like really, what were they thinking when they made Vista a treasure rare? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like that's like when they made. I don't even know what to compare this to. This might have been the worst treasure rare that they've ever made. Like it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Why is Vista? Why did you do that? Like I will be buying the shit out of these. I'm not gonna lie. Once like the pre-sale prices go away, because it's gonna go down. Like if it's probably gonna go down to like, it might go down to like $20. Like I'm gonna buy a shit ton of them if they go down to $20, which absolutely can happen. Like it's a treasure rare for Vista. Like no one cares. This Shiryu, they call it, I don't know, maybe it's just like a mistake or something. They call this Shiryu full art as opposed to like an alternate art. So that's just, I don't know why they're doing that. Not like it's a big deal. Okay, we'll look at one more page. It's probably going to get to some, just the regular stuff. All right. So we'll look here. Man, I'm tempted to buy one of these. I just saw one of these sell like a PSA 10 on eBay for like, what was it, like 2,000? Maybe it was over that. It's crazy amount. Like I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna start doing that. Like I'm gonna start buying these things raw and then shipping them to PSA, so I can, especially like event cards like this, things like this. But it's just I gotta get the selling of these damn things down. The selling of the slabs. My boa, had that sent off to PSA to hopefully get a 10 on that. If I don't get a 10 for fucking this boa from PSA, I'm gonna be furious. I'm gonna be furious. There's no way I should not get a 10 on that regrade. And that I will be getting back here in a couple weeks. That and the Ace. I sent both of those off to get graded, or to get regraded by PSA. So yeah, I'm hoping that this boa, at least the boa, comes back as a 10. The Ace, obviously I want the Ace to come back as a 10 too. But yeah, the boa just has to come back at 10. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be freaking a wreck. Oh, this Zoro. I was so worried about this Zoro. I'm not gonna lie. I was so worried about this Zoro because why do you guys do that? I don't understand why the hell they do it. There's one card. I don't want to see a fucking thing for that. Like this thing was down to like 100. Like yeah, what were they selling for? What was the lowest this thing sold for? $99. And I was just like, why is this so low? Why do people not like this Zoro? You know, because I have this Zoro, and I'm like, I need it to be more. And it's, you know, 220 now. Damn, somebody sold one for 350. And somebody sold one for 300 today. When did they sell for 350? Probably back here in the day. Oh yeah, one of the first ones sold. But yeah, shit, somebody sold one for fucking 300 today. That makes me happy because I have one of these. And 500? There's only 3 of these up for sale, and the cheapest one is 500. Well, that's gonna go up. That's nice. That's nice to see, especially for a card that I have. These Borsalinos. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at these Borsalinos. They're too. And how many are getting sold a day? 100. 100 are getting sold per day. 100. Oh, it just went. It was at like 90. It was just at 90. It went down to 84. Whatever. I want to post mine for 40. I got to see how many of these I have. I'm going to go look and give me 1 second. I'm not going to lie. I need to go see how many of these I have. They're somewhere. I think I have it in one of my decks. I think I only have 2 of them. I was thinking I had 4 of these, but now that I'm going through it, I'm like, probably just sold some of them already at like $20. Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst. Well, I'll have to see if I have some more, because I know I should have some in my in at least one of my decks. Maybe my koala deck. I think I have a couple of those. If I only got 2 of them, I can't sell them. So that's a bummer, but let's see. You won today. Very nice. What the hell would that it's what the hell is it? It's green, isn't it? Yeah, it's green. It's a promotion. It's green. Let's find it, shall we? That looks freaking dope. It might not even be on here yet. Might have to Google it. Let's see if I can Google it. Release event winner. I saw it. Where the hell did I see that thing at? I saw it somewhere. This might be one of the ones where I see one on Mercari, eBay. Yeah, I see them. Well, there's one on this Mercari app for like 200, but the rest of them are like over like 310. The one on eBay is 339. Let's look at eBay real quick. I'll see. Loogie. 250, less than 250, less than 250. These are selling for like less than 250. It looks like. If it gets down a bit, I might buy one. Damn, I just set this whole thing, didn't I? Oh well, I need to get off anyways. I think that may be something that I could definitely see myself buying, just because I want to get it graded. But congrats, devs. That's very awesome. You're doing way better than me. I'm just so trash at this game, and it just makes me sad. But anyways, I just hit this Zehahaha alt art, and I'm super ecstatic about it. So we'll end on that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow, maybe for a little bit, and I'll try and stream for the next couple of days again, because like I'll be off I'll be out of the country for a few days. So I want to get in some packs while I can. But until next time, y'all, good luck with your rips and your release events. Peace.